At Air Canada Centre, we have about 260 major events a year, and even more with the other events that we do. So we're really busy.
We probably do close to 200 conversions every year, but that's mainly confined in sort of a 9-month time frame, September through May, depending on playoffs, of course. So we'll have 45 hockey games, 45 basketball games, 60 to 70 concerts, plus lacrosse, and special events that also require a conversion. But we're always looking to get better because there's always the pressure to convert in less time.
The building opened in 1999, and our systems are running about 14 years now. We can't afford to have them not running. We need them every night. So we looked at our seating system to make sure that the fan experience is what it needs to be. But as well as that, we needed to be convertible. We needed to be efficient for our team.
If I see these guys at 6:30 a.m. when I come in, I know we got trouble. So time is of the essence, and it's our biggest challenge. The one thing that gives you great comfort is knowing your system isn't going to break down. Because I said, we don't have time.
Well, the seating system that we had is really the backbone of our operation. We need to have this thing out there. And it was working perfectly well, night after night after night.
We've had the odd thing break, get run into with a forklift. We have our local guy come in and just fix it up for us. But I can't honestly say we ever had such a catastrophe that we're on the phone to Hussey saying, you got to get somebody up here because we got a game tonight and our system isn't working. And that's the sort of thing, as I said, with us being so busy, we don't have the luxury of not getting it done. So when you look at all the different moving parts of a conversion, glass, dashers, ice deck, basketball court, basketball seating, hockey seating, whatever the case may be, staging, there's 10 or 12 big moving parts that could go wrong. It's always good to know that I can just put the retractable seating off to the side because it's not going to give us an issue.
When we went out to the market, we needed a benchmark for what our expectations were. So we used our existing Hussey system for that benchmark because it had served us so well for the previous 15 years. We brought all of the companies in, we went through the presentations, and the fact that we had a Hussey system in the building, we knew how it worked and we knew its reliability. The system that we ultimately ended up with was almost the same as the one we had, except new and improved. And now we have that efficiency again, and we have the product that we need for our own growth. Working with Hussey in designing our system, I would say that they brought to the table a unique perspective. They brought to the table experience from all of their other locations, which helped us broaden our spectrum of understanding of the system and the industry. As well as that, we are thinking outside of the box. We try not to be constrained by what is here today. So when working with Hussey, we actually changed the design along the way through working with their engineers and our own to improve the system.
I know we threw a couple curveballs at you with the cup holders, plus on our fat stacks, instead of having 2 tiers at the front, we wanted them attached, which was challenging for your guys. But they came back in each case with 2 or 3 options, maybe more, and we worked together until we actually got the system and the product that we needed, and it's worked.
We started with Hussey. We found that they listened, they worked with us, and they understood. The most important thing is understanding our business, because our business is like no other. And working with Hussey was great, and working through our calendars, working with our other projects that were on the go because we never sit still, and working within our timelines and our space constraints too, because one of our other challenges is we don't have a lot of space. So we had to stage many of the facets of this operation.
I think we met every deadline. Obviously, once we had the systems in, there's always some tweaking to do, but we'd expected that. But ultimately, you know, working together, we got it done. And we're still really not sure how we did that, to be honest. But the seats that we put on with the armrests and the cup holders, I don't think Hussey had made them before. They made it specially for us, and it's worked phenomenal. The people that sit there were blown away when they first came in. We have people at the other end looking at those saying, why didn't we get those?
Now that we're done and we've been using the system for a while, I could say the idea of our business and the notion of thank yous every night, it doesn't happen. The best thing that we look for in our business is silence. When there's silence, everything's working perfectly. And I could say that the system that we have now has gone silent.
I would strongly recommend Hussey. We do have an organization for all the NHL teams, facility managers. We meet once a year. And yeah, we talk during the year. But when these guys meet, we don't talk about marketing or corporate stuff. We talk about operations, and seating is one that comes up. And I would have no hesitation whatsoever recommending Hussey.
For our industry, we are a small group. And we're all in the same boat of trying to convert the building nightly, or more in some cases. I would absolutely recommend Hussey to come in and work with them, work with anybody in this situation who's looking for a new system, a great working system, one that's going to make the fans happy, potentially add seats, reduce conversion time, become efficient, and make headaches go away.